So yeah,
Please welcome.
this is Andrea Gibson's piece. She's a queer poet, queer slam poet, and her piece is this is called "I Do." So when I first started performing this piece, marriage equality hadn't been passed yet. But there's one part in it that still stands true, which is in half of the country, if you are a queer couple or same-sex couples that are together, if you are in hospice or long-term care, you can't see your family. Yeah. In half of the country. So I do. But the fuckers say we can't, because you're a girl and I'm a girl, or at least something close. So the most you can hope, so the most we can hope for is an uncivil union in Vermont. But I want church bells. I want rosary beads. I want Jesus on his knees. I want to walk down the aisle while all of the patriarchy smells. Well, I guess that's not true. But I do want to spend my life with you, and I want to know that 50 years from now, when you're in a hospital room and getting ready to die, when visiting hours are for family members only, I want to know they'll let me in. Because I've been 50 years memorizing how the lines beneath your eyes form rivers when you cry. And I've held my hand like an ocean at your cheek, saying, baby, flow to me. Because 50 years I've watched you grow with me. 50 years of you never letting go of me. Through nightmares and dreams and everything in between. From the day I said, buy me a ring. Buy me a ring that will turn my finger green so I can imagine our love as a forest. Because I want to get lost in you. And I swear I'll grow like a flower every hour of the 50 years that I was with you. And that's not to say we didn't have bad days. Like that one day you said, that checkout girl is so cute. And I said, I'd like to be that checkout girl. And she said, baby, that's not funny. I said, baby, maybe take a joke once in a while. But I never needed more than just the stars of your grin to lead you home. Lead me home. For 50 years you were my favorite poem. And I read you every night, knowing I never understood every word, but that's okay, because the lines of you were the closest thing to holy I'd ever heard. You'd say this kind of love has to be a verb. We are paint on a slick canvas. It's going to take a whole lot to stick, but if we do, we'll be a masterpiece. And we were, from the beginning, living in towns that frowned at our hand-holding, folding up their stairs like hate notes in our pockets so we could pretend they weren't there. You said, fear is only a verb if you let it be. Don't you dare to let go of my hand. That was my favorite line. That and the time we saw two boys kissing on the streets of Kansas, and we both broke down because it was Kansas, and wanted the chance of seeing anything but corn in Kansas. We were born again that day. I cut your cord and you cut mine, and the chords of time played like a concerto of hope. So we could feel the rope unwind, feel the noose of hate loosening from the ears of people like you aren't welcome here. People like you can't work here. People like you can't adopt. So we had lots of cats and dogs, and once even had a couple of monkeys. You taught to sing, hey, hey, we're the monkeys. You were crazy like that, and I was crazy about you. One night you couldn't sleep, I'd lay awake for hours counting sheep for you, and you would rewrite the rhyme in my heartbeat with the way you held me in the morning, resting your head on my chest, and I swear my breath turned silver the day your hair did. Like I swore marigolds grew in the folds of your eyelids. The first time I saw you, and they bloomed the first time I watched you dance to the tune of our kitchen kettle in our living room sink. In a world that could have left us hard as metal, we were soft as nostalgia together. For 50 years we feathered wings too wide to be prey, and we flew through the days strong and through days fragile as sandcastles as high tide. And you would fold your love in an origami firefly, and you'd throw it through my passageway until all my hidden chambers were filled with lanterns. Now every trapdoor, every pore in my heart is open because of you, because of us. So I do want to be in that room with you when visiting hours are for family members only. I want to know they'll let me in.